Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show. Wanna laugh, Valley Cast,
Hell yeah. We good?
Yeah.
We good?
Yeah.
Guys, are we good to do a podcast right now?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm ready,
Yeah.
Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. Welcome to the Valley Cast. Slide whistle underwater. The ocean is pretty obnoxious right now, Steve.
You guys see The Mandalorian season 2 yet?
No,
Yeah.
I want to though.
Elliot watched it?
I want to.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I mean, I found it a smidge boring.
I get that.
The end scene was really cool.
I totally get that.
I thought it was really cool what they did with the stuff, but I didn't
can't
see
wait.
it tying into anything.
You know, I love what
I've
the
heard
kids
there's a bunch
did
of
with the
nerd
stuff.
boner like moments.
There's-
Like people are real happy.
Yeah.
For me, it was like, I won't get into spoilers for those of you that haven't seen it yet, because I know it hasn't aired. It hasn't
haven't seen
aired in like Europe yet or anything like that, and Joe hasn't seen it. So, but I just want to say that while I was watching it, I was like, oh shit, that's where they're going? Oh shit, there's that kind of stuff? Oh, I bet we're going to see this. And then it shows up. Oh, I bet they're going to say that. And then they say it. Oh, I bet we're going to see that. And then that gets seen. And it's like, if you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, or if you're just like a just under a hardcore Star Wars fan, I think you could call everything that was going to happen in it. But, you know, I guess they're just... The Mandalorian, I'm finding out is that as an episodic show with like a loose continuity, even though there is like a through line, it feels like every episode is some kind of like problem for the Mandalorian that he solves, and then he moves on to the next location, and then it's just solve problem at that location, move on, next location, solve problem there, and move on, wash, rinse, repeat.
It's a Mad Lib Zalorian.
Yes.
It's just fill it in.
and these like Star Wars fans that make the show, like Jon Favreau and Taika Waititi and all those guys and stuff, they're just going like, oh, we have a Star Wars playground that we get to like set the stage for. We're just gonna put all the things that we want to see, that we also know the fans want to see, and that's just the whole show. And I think it's just like,
that's
it's just
good,
like a,
though,
it's
right?
like a, it's like a Star
fun.
It's like a Where's Waldo Star Wars show. Like, can you see the thing that you remember? There it is. And it's just kind of that. and I think it's that on top of like loose filmmaking, you know? Like loose filmmaking.
But you enjoy it.
But I enjoy it.
Even if it is fan service, it's really good fan service. And
Yes.
as far as like, it's kind of like an anthology show, just a little bit almost. It's like you said, episodic, loosely narrative tied together, feeling anthology episodic.
Yes.
And it's kind of like they do it so well, what I thought Lovecraft Country didn't do as well. I feel like at least The Mandalorian feels a little bit more concise and together than I thought that show did at times.
But there's also similar to Lovecraft Country in a lot of ways in the kind of like light filmmaking issues that I have with it, because like, and I guess it is filmmaking overall, because there's moments in Lovecraft Country where you're like, why did they do that? And that doesn't make sense. And okay, that hugely doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, so that's just the show's just going to be loose like that.
I want Steve to review television shows and movies, but just like he's describing television and movies right now. Oh, there's that thing that I like, and I like that. And then they did the thing. And
I don't know about that.
It's just like there was
Steve's
a moment
not
in The
specific
Mandalorian.
movie reviews.
There was a moment in The Mandalorian in the premiere episode of season 2 on Disney Plus, not Spawn, where he has to make a split-second decision for the last moment, and he's one of his friends is near him, and he's like, he's like, I gotta do this, and then he does a thing to get the friend out of the way, and then he does this like big impulsive thing, and then afterwards he goes to his friend and he's like, sorry, I didn't have time to explain what I was gonna do. And it was like, well, I could say what you were gonna do in like 2 words. And like, you could have said it, but it's cooler that you didn't, and it's a cooler moment that like you're the like I don't know, I guess it's just like they make the Mandalorian such a badass that he doesn't even have to tell anybody what he's doing, and he'll still win, and he'll still be victorious. He has plot armor on. And
I would have preferred if in that moment when he's talking to the friend afterward, if he was like, hey, I just didn't have time to tell you what was gonna happen. I wish the friend had been like, yeah, you did, but it was cool the way you did it.
Yeah, see that?
That's why I hang out with you. You're real cool.
Yes.
You're really
Yeah.
cool.
No, you had
like
time,
space
but that
cool.
was pretty rad.
Right, and that's a way better decision like to make than just going like, I didn't have time to tell you, and it's like, well, yeah, you did. And then they just move away from that moment, and they're like, why did you even have that moment where you said I didn't have time to tell you? Just so that we can be like, yeah, you did.
Explain, yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Anyway,
Steve,
but,
can you,
but
okay,
I will
request,
watch
I have a
the
request.
fuck. My closing words on it. I will watch the fuck out of that show until it's over. I will watch every single fucking episode. I don't care
I'm
what
never gonna
happens.
miss an episode.
Right.
I love it.
Yes.
It's very good.
I'm in.
Steve, I have a request, though.
Okay.
Will you do Steve's non-specific movie review, Steve, but will you do it in a step-by-step telling of you making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Can you just do that for me real quick?
Okay. All right. So is this would be like a fake version of that show or something? Is that what you want?
I just want to hear
But
you
I
make a
don't-
peanut butter and jelly sandwich like that.
Okay, so it's like, ooh, I got it. This kind of bread. Like I could have chosen the other bread, but I got this bread because this bread's better than the other bread. And so
Why's that? Why?
I'm using this bread, okay? And here's what I'm doing. Ooh, I love this stuff. Here we go. I know a lot of people like to use a lot of this, but I like to use a little bit. And then here's the sweet good that I want to put on. Ooh, this sandwich is looking like something I want to eat all the time. It's like something like that. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah,
I'm
that's pretty
just
good.
like, I'm impressed that you have 2 different types of bread. I think that's really
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
it makes sense, but
Because one of them is the Dave's. What is that Dave's bread that has like seeds in it and shit? And then the other one is just like plain white. That way you
honey
got
oat.
yes.
Wonder
Or honey
bread.
oat's good. Honey oat's great. Love a honey oat.
Honey oat is good.
Love
You
a
guys,
honey
if we're
oat.
getting into bread talk, I'm talking don't sleep on potato bread and also sweet Hawaiian bread. Both. But,
Dude,
mwah.
sweet Hawaiian
Like
bread.
rolls?
Yeah.
You're just talking about rolls?
Hawaiian
Rolls are
rolls.
also good, but there's a Hawaiian bread that you can get
Oh.
that is it's light and fluffy and it's kind of
Dude,
That's nice.
I remember my
great.
my
This is,
young my young.
Should we mention what podcast this is?
Yeah. Welcome to Dynamic Banter, everybody.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Back from the Bread, where we talk about bread.
Dude, I remember my mind being fucking blown when, because you know those little Hawaiian rolls, those sweet Hawaiian rolls, those are the ones you were thinking of, Ellie. Like, I remember,
right?
because my mom would get those and we'd put like butter on them and we just eat them like that. And then sometimes it'd be served with dinner or something. My mind was blown when someone ripped one open and put turkey, like Thanksgiving leftovers in it. And I was like, you can turn that into a sandwich?
Dude,
That blew my mind.
That could be a fucking chain restaurant. Just what you just described,
Totally.
and it should be called Thanksgiving leftovers, and we would all eat there all the time.
Or you could call it...
That sounds like a good pop-up or like a good food truck that you'd see in like
Yes,
LA that goes on
Thanksgiving
Shark
leftovers. Oh
Tank.
my God, Ellie, it's so good.
Really
That
good
one idea.
leftovers.
You guys have to think.
Oh.
You guys have to think more broad. I'm thinking we call it sweet bread, and you can get all sorts of things. You can get the Thanksgiving sandwich on sweet bread.
great.
You can get
Yeah,
a
yeah.
breakfast sweet bread sandwich, like with like a syrupy. Like you put syrup on the pan, and then you caramelize the syrup onto the bread pieces on the. You know what I mean? And then you put an egg and bacon and sausage and fucking whatever else you want in there, baby. That
Dude,
could be
I love it. I love
that
what
could
you're
be a
doing.
food truck.
So good.
Sweet bread. The sweet bread truck is here, guys.
Well, let's go run out.
Right?
Could you Do you guys think running a food truck is a nightmare?
Probably. Yeah. But I think as much of a nightmare as any
So
other
hot.
small business is.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But imagine like you're looking at like calendars and you got to get permits. You got to be, I want to be here on this day on this sidewalk, and then you got to contact the city, and then you got to people coming in and checking out, giving you a grade on your cleanliness.
I feel like
I got to
food
have
trucks-
that A on there. By the way, would you guys ever walk into a restaurant that didn't have an A
I
on
have.
the
Yeah.
side of it?
Yeah,
You
I
would.
didn't even think about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it looked gross, I don't go, where's the grade? I just go, well, I don't even remember what it's like to walk into a place, so I don't know at this point. I might make sure it has an A now. Yeah, now that I think about it. Now that I've imagined it. If it had a B, if I saw a B or a C, then no, I'm not going in that
I had
restaurant.
That's
some-
what I'm
If I saw
talking
no
about.
paper,
That's what we're
a
talking
B or a
about,
C, no,
yeah.
I wouldn't go into that. No.
Yeah.
I remember
you can have
I
no
went to-
paper.
I think I went to San Diego.
That's a scarlet letter.
I was in San Diego for Comic-Con once, and I think a friend was like, dude, we got to go to this place in downtown. It's like, it's B rated and but it's so good. And I was like, you know what? I want to eat at a B rated place. So we went. It was fine. It didn't look B rated. And you know, a lot of places will get a B rating for weird things. And hopefully it's not because it's just there's roaches everywhere or something.
Like
You
you,
can
if
only
you have a
hope.
B rating, and you work there, I have to imagine that's how you start every conversation when you take an order. Like, hey, welcome to Dimpy's. I know you probably saw the B when you came in. Just so you know, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We're Dimpy's. We take everything very seriously. It's just the health guy just came in on a day where our cook happened to have shit his pants and kept working. Now that's not a common thing that happens at Dimpy's, not at all. But what is common is today's specials. Check it.
Dude, and you know what, guys? Here at Dimpy's, the Dimpy Burger's coming, guys. Where is he here? Where is he? He's right here. Boo, I'm the Dimpy Burger. I'm tasty, even though we're B-rated.
That's so good. So weird and quick and fun.
If you watch
For
the video
those
version,
listening, Steve's head just became an entire animated burger that talked in time with his own voice. It was really cool.
dude, I would kill
look.
a human on the planet to get the powers to be able to do that in real life.
Yeah.
Which is essentially be the mask, I guess.
That's the box. It's not even $1 million thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I've got this box for you. If you hit the button, hit
Yeah.
it. Oh, no, wait, let me finish. If you hit the button, did I get $1 million? No. If you hit the button, you will have the magical ability to.
I already pressed
moments.
it!
No. Ah!
I pressed the button, bitch!
Wow.
I didn't even think about it.
Amazing.
I already pressed it while he was explaining. I don't even care what it does. I'm gonna press it. You just killed 40 random innocent good people.
Look, you didn't
Yeah.
let me finish. I said if you were going to hit the button, a random cook at Dimpy's will shit his pants.
Aw, I don't get special powers?
No, you just made them get a B rating.
By the way, great improv on Dimpy's. Dimpy's is totally the place that would have a B rating.
I would, yeah.
You guys what does Dimpy's serve? Dimpy's serves the Dimpy's burger. The Dimpy burger.
The Dimpy Burger. Oh, God. Why is it
The
called that?
burger's made of hot dogs.
It's 100%
Really cool.
Hebrew national hot dog meat in your burger. And they call
Pure
it
grade
what
A
is-
hot dog meat.
Dimples
The world's
because
first
they
and
put,
only hot dog burger.
They put like indents into the beef, and then they fill it with like pepper and salt, and that's what the dimples are.
The
That's
dimples
a great way to
on,
make burgers.
Just
What,
saying.
is it in the beef or is it like on top of the bun? Like your bun is served with like little pockets of ketchup, mustard, mayo, and pepper.
Squirts out as you bite into it.
The gush
Yes! Dimpy's, you B-rated restaurant. you
Dimpy's
son of a
Gusher
bitch.
burger. The beef patty is filled with ketchup. Hot ketchup.
Gross, dude. That's
Put the
not
ketchup
good.
in the beef.
Yeah,
Mm.
we put we take raw meat and we make it into a bowl and we squeeze an entire bottle of ketchup into it and then we seal it into the beef and then fry it Would you eat that?
The dimp.
It's like those burgers where
the
you
dimp.
bite into it and then the cheese just all like melts out of it. Like that looks
Juicy
good.
Lucy.
A Juicy Lucy, yeah. But imagine if it was
Juicy Lucy.
instead it had ketchup in it.
That's so fucking gross, and I
hate
hate you.
I hate that a lot. I love ketchup, and I don't think I'd have that.
All the ads just have people with ketchup squirting out of their mouth and dripping down as they bite it.
Like-
They look all bloody and gross. Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, I want to
It's
see
like
that
those
BuzzFeed
old
video.
Carl's Jr. ads, but like with us in them instead of hot models.
Yeah.
What do you think the marketing was? What do you think they were trying to do with Paris Hilton eating like a burger with like mustard all over her face and shit? Were they trying to do sex sells?
They were trying to get me to buy a burger.
But did that make you
That's
want it more just because like a hot girl was eating it? Because I was gonna have it anyway. They didn't have to.
Yeah.
They didn't have to do that.
I think it was so that years later we'd be talking about it still. And
like-
be like, was that supposed to make us want the burger?
It paid
We
off.
got him.
10 years later, that $1 million
They really went
ad.
for it. I wonder,
you
like,
think-
would people? I bet you, man, they would just get railroaded on Twitter if they came out with an ad like that now.
Well, but
Would
like,
they? Maybe.
I don't know. No, probably not, because they'd call it like, you know, empowerment and taking it back or something like that. You know, I think it'd be fine, but I want to know what's more important to me is how many people saw that commercial, had never eaten at Carl's Jr. before, and were like, now I'm gonna fucking eat at Carl's Jr. Like, do you think that? Like,
Finally.
what's the retention rate on that? You think on that commercial, those commercials?
I've known enough. I've known enough men that would have appreciated that type of marketing enough to be like, Carl's Jr. is my jam from now on.
So they'd be like, if hot girls eat burgers at Carl's Jr., then I want to do it too. You have something to say about it?
Yeah.
Alana has something to say about it, but she's naked, so she's going to talk about it off camera.
Is she
Do you
eating a
remember when
burger?
you're in school?
She is eating a burger. Go ahead, Alana.
Do you remember when you're in school and there's like a conversation going on between friends about like, oh my god, that commercial is so weird. We're gonna kind of talk about it, and then somebody comes back like the next day or the next week and they're like, oh my god, I had the burger, and it becomes like a whole nother conversation. Human nature is to do that type of thing. Like if you're picking between restaurants and one of them is going to get you more interaction with humans, you're going to pick that one if that's the bottom line.
Oh, so it's more about
There you go.
discussion.
I think
it's more about creating a discussion.
I think it's more about all advertising, I think, is what sticks in your mind to such a degree that you talk about it, you communicate about it, it becomes a subject on its own. Like the brand isn't just a burger, it is a brand, and then it becomes something that has its own life. You get it just for that reason.
I guess for me, it's like, I don't want to get like mustard and ketchup all over my fucking face and shirt and shit. So it's like, that's not doing anything for me other than being like, oh, I'm not going to get that burger now because it's going to get all over the fucking place. You know, like it's for me specifically.
It's a valid that's a valid perspective. I think though that a burger is a safe enough concept that like it's not always going to get on you like that, but in the commercial there's this fantasy world. It's not like something you've never touched before, so you're like, maybe it does go all over you when you eat it. I've never had one.
Yeah. Or it's like if I...
Hey,
dirty
Alana, why
burger.
don't you put some clothes on?
Yeah, at least put some goddamn clothes on.
I guess not.
Alana,
Hey, why don't you come talk
Alana,
to us
those
about
were-
human nature when you got some
Yeah,
clothes
talk
on?
about human nature when you put on some clothes, okay?
Alana, those were all great points, but I 100% wasn't listening because you're a female, but I heard you were
Yep.
naked, so I subscribed.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything after naked.
Sorry, I don't get your conversation about sexy burger commercials because I'm too turned on right now.
Anybody want Carl's Jr.? Anyway, welcome
Yeah.
to the
This
Valley
podcast
Cast,
is
guys.
brought
This
to
is
you
a
by
show where
Carl's Jr.
Wait,
This-
Alana thought that was funny, right? She's
Alana
not-
did
she
think it
just
was funny. Yeah,
disappeared.
she loved it.
Okay, good.
She's
We
a
love
good
her
kid.
so
She's
much.
got a
She
good
really
sense of
loves it.
humor. You guys should meet her someday. Welcome to the show.
Oh, yeah.
We just kind of
Oh.
jumped right into it. It's,
Yeah, you guys keep
we're not
talking.
doing
I think
it
I've
right.
I've got a package dropped off right now. You guys keep talking about what you're talking about.
Oh,
hell
shit. Can we talk about what
yeah.
it might be, or should we not in case it isn't?
I think you should talk about it because I'm fairly confident it is that.
Guys, Elliot and Joe have been double teaming this amazing thing that we're going to launch on wait, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, it is, but the term double teaming made me pause for a
Elliot
second.
and Joe have been double teaming Joe's wife, and everybody's into it. It's all consensual. No,
And she just showed up in a package.
so you guys have been buried in this this really exciting thing that we're doing, which is we're launching the first ever Valley Folk kind of game. We're like creating a Valley Folk game out of the movie game, and we're gonna launch a Kickstarter on the 13th of November, and it's going to be for this game. And you guys have watched us make the movie game for a while now, and every time we make one, someone in the comments, multiple someones, are like, turn this into a game. We play it with our friends when you post them. You guys got to turn this into a damn game. And so we were thinking
Correct.
during this quarantine, during this pandemic, what are some things that we can do to elevate our company, to push the brand outward into the world, to extend beyond comedy videos and media, like, you know, audio media and video media. And Joe really was like, fuck it, we're doing this. We're doing this thing. We're going to launch a Kickstarter. We're going to make a game, and we're going to fucking turn the movie game into a physical card game that you can play with your friends. And I think it's super cool. We actually made a game.
Guys,
we made a fucking game.
Guys, if you're listening to this podcast right now, go to youtube.com/thevalleyfolk. Go to whatever.
I'm so
go to
glad they
what,
showed up. Oh my god,
go
I was
to-
really worried they were going to
Go to whatever time code we're at right now and check it. Check it, guys.
Dude.
We're at about the 20-minute
See, there's the dash.
Boom.
I told you there was
that
a dash.
actually looks pretty good. Dash, not slash, yeah.
Dash, not slash.
Okay, now. So, man, look at that. Doesn't that look cool?
Damn.
So these
So
are
now
little
these
These
are
prototypes.
those of you
the
that are
prototypes. These are the first one. The design will change. The amount will change. This is a sets of smaller amounts of cards, only 36. The actual
We're going to
cards
send these
will
to
come
some
with
friends
way
in
more.
the YouTube community to play and have fun with. But check this out now.
So Joe is holding.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Joe's
that's
holding
so nice
a
looking.
prototype of the movie
at
Oh
that.
my
card
god.
game.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm getting emotional. I
That-
just felt emotional for the first time.
Look at that.
In an hour.
That's so great.
It looks. So a lot of these are some
that
of
a
the ones
record?
that if
Open
you've
it.
played
Joe,
if you've
open it.
played
I
the
wanna see
game,
it.
if you've played movie game or watched movie game, a lot
Play
of
with
these
me,
prompts
Joe.
are from some of our older stuff. In the Kickstarter, we're gonna have a lot of original ones on the card game as well. But look at this on the card. We've got the prompt. For instance,
Show me again.
he's
Show me while
fighting
you
for
hold it.
his.
Show me
there it
again.
is.
Let me pull my penis out.
He's
my
fighting
penis
for
out.
his dead
Pull my
friend.
penis
He's
out, Joe.
fighting. He's fighting as a metaphorical representation of America during the Cold War, and to lose his delicate flower at the age when one is considered over the hill. You already saw the answer, but so you got the prompt, and the prompt is 2 colors, so you know when the movie switches when you read the prompt, and then you got the big ol' answer. Boom, Rocky 40-year-old virgin, everybody. And then below that, what I have done is we have the names of the original movies, so you know what 2 movies you're talking about when you're reading, and underneath those is
So
the
you don't think you're
dates.
talking about the movie Rocky 40?
That's right.
Yeah.
But underneath
We're
that
thinking about it.
are also the dates that the movie came out. So we're going to have a point system as well, if you would like, when you're playing, you can also follow up with, for a bonus point, when was Rocky 4 made? Steve, do you know?
Rocky 4. Let's see. Rocky 1 was like the 70s, probably. Like late 70s. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to say 86.
So close.
92.
1985, guys.
Damn.
1985.
Well, you know.
Very close.
All right.
And then you could do that too. That's going to be a beautiful thing about the game. You guys, if you're playing it, you're like, whoever's closest to the date gets a bonus point. So Steve
Joe,
would have got a
open
bonus
it.
point.
Joe, open it.
40-year-old
Yeah, open
virgin.
it up.
When was
Open
that
it
made?
up.
I'll
Open it, Joe. Open
When
it
was
with
the
your-
I
40-year-old
played the
virgin
game,
made?
Joe. I want to see the cards.
Open it with your
was
damn
the-
dirty hands.
When was the
Open it with your
40-year-old?
dirty little
That doesn't
hands,
matter.
Joe.
Oh, also, there's hints on the bottom too. So
I can't see it, Joe. You held it right up by my head.
Joe's very excited.
Joe,
That's great. Hold on, I got to
Open
put
the
the mic
cards.
down.
Here's
You guys
the
got a
thing.
vamp again.
We're all hiding our excitement. Well, Elliot's not
Oh.
really, but Joe's not really either. No one's hiding their excitement.
I'm so
We're-
relieved. I'm like, I really was worried that because the shipping was taking a little bit of time, and I was like, if these turn out and then like they're off a little bit, then it's fine because they're prototypes. But I was like, we're not gonna have enough time before the 13th to get them. So the fact that they even look as good as they do is great, and the fact that they're only gonna get better is great. And I'm very excited. Kickstarter.com/the Valley Folks /movie game.
Is that Kickstarter? But that's Kickstarter won't be up until the 13th, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct,
Okay.
but we are doing the preview thing in this week, so people can sign up and show support for it ahead of time.
Guys, look at this. This is 36 cards.
That's nice.
And it already feels like a lot. The game is going to have 300 and then expansion packs. Like, we're doing it. We're doing it, guys.
I want to hold it, but I can't, and that's okay.
That's what I think about every time I
hold
go
it
to the beach.
by the edges a little bit, Joe. Hold it by the edges. Yeah, that's nice. Let me see the backside again. Let me see that pretty girl. That's a pretty girl.
That's
girl.
very pretty. That's very pretty.
Great.
So
It's gonna be fun. We'll make the text a little bit bigger in subsequent versions of the game, but other than that, this is looking pretty good. Very
cool.
very
I'm so excited. You like it? It feels good. I went for the little slightly higher quality stock as well. It's a little glossier, so it's hoping it feels nice. Yeah. Cool.
Good
All
job.
right. Great. I'm so
Good
excited.
job.
Yay.
This is really
Thank
cool.
God.
You know, for people
Oh my goodness.
that have
feels cool just to see.
for people that are we've been playing games, card games, board games our whole lives. And at SourceFed, we played a lot of card games and shit. And the fact that we've evolved into making our own card game is truly kind of like next evolution shit for what we're doing.
Just makes sense.
Because we all just want to
Makes
make
it feel
things
real.
we love. You know, we want to make things that we love and we grew up loving. And one day I'd love to make a movie or a TV show or something. And this is just one of those things that has been on our bucket list, basically, is to make some kind of game you guys can all play with your friends. And, you know, the dream is to see something we made in, like, Target or something, you know? Like, or fucking Walmart or something. Like, you could buy the movie game in retail stores. Like, that would be fucking rad. That's a big picture thing, and we're a small company, and we're just who we are, but we're going to do the goddamn best we can, and we know that you guys that really love this game will help us out, probably, by spreading the word. And then, yeah, we're just going to go to, like, every friend's channel, Twitch, YouTube, whatever, podcast, and just inundate the world with this movie game and do the best that we can to get this thing out there.
It's so cool looking.
Well said.
And here's the hope with it. Like, the hope is that we get to make this game. And the hope is that we don't lose money making this game. We make a little bit of money. And then, if it's popular enough and people like it, you'll see with the tiers of expansion sets that we're going to do, this is the movie/entertainment version of it. We're going to do video game, movie game, and then TV show, movie game as the expansion packs. But if this goes well, there's just like a Smash'ems business that we can do that I'm really excited about, where we can do more than just movies. We can expand this type of game out into a bunch of fun different iterations. I mean, we just dropped freaking musical movie game today as well, which is one of my favorite episodes that we've done, and it's doing great and people love it. Hello, my name is Elder Price, and I would like to speak to you about some 80s kids. They fight the creatures of the night to keep the amulet away, just like Van Helsing did. Ding dong.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, this is awful.
And it's got a twist. We can keep twisting it.
Oh, it's beautiful. What a great ray of sunshine on this day before the election.
Ha!
Very nice. And then
What?
hopefully this will also be a ray of sunshine directly after the election on your birthday, Joe. So no pressure, folks. But
November
it will
13th.
be it will make or break Joe on a psychological.
It honestly will. What a transition. I did want to ask you guys.
Cool,
today,
man.
because how are you guys feeling about the fucking election?
Oh,
like, where are
man.
you guys at right now?
I don't care. The cards are cool.
It's like,
I don't care. The game showed up. I'm happy. It's great.
For me, it was like, I just needed to get through Halloween without thinking too much about it. And I really wanted to enjoy Halloween and just pretend that everything was normal while I ate candy and watched horror movies. And now that that's over, I have to face the harsh reality that, like, you know, it's November 2nd for us. We're recording this. It's like tomorrow is and I'm just seeing my timeline is just full of dread. Like, everyone on my Twitter timeline is like, this is gonna be the worst week of our lives and shit. And like, I can't believe how, like, you know, anything going on this week or whatever. All these stupid, funny, and stress-inducing tweets. And it's like, for the first time in my life, I'm feeling like maybe I should just stay off Twitter. Like, I always felt like
Listen to that.
I know, and that's my thing.
That's
it's like
something in you that cares about you, and you should listen to it.
Because I don't know, man. Like, it doesn't help to be in an echo chamber of fear and stress and anger. No. And it's like, that's totally what Twitter is. But I try to stay away from that shit. I follow a lot of movie review people and video game nerdy comic booky shit. But it's still, you know, all of this stuff finds its way into that world still, for sure. So I've never felt the need to be like, I need a social media break. But it's like, with everything happening on Twitter this week leading up to tomorrow, it's like, maybe it's better to stay off for my health. Yeah.
Listen to that. Go with that.
Yep. Are you gonna watch?
Silly. It feels like a silly thing to do. I think to be like, oh, I gotta turn up, but as I like it and you're addicted to it and it feels nice and it's comforting to scroll and click on things. But yeah, I mean, I'm bad at it. I get on there and I literally feel myself getting riled up, and then I like, okay. And it's so crazy because your emotions, you only have so many, and you're just running the emotional energy out when you're scrolling through all that stuff. So
right.
I'm a big fan. Actually, it's funny.
That's so true.
You bring
It's
this
like
up.
an up and down, like, emotional roller coaster for real as you go down the timeline. Little puppy and a kid make you smile, and then right under that is some fucking vile shit. And yeah, what a good description.
Well, can I deviate here for 1 second? Can I talk to you guys about something?
Sure.
It's funny you bring this up, right? Because there's this new documentary, guys, called The Social Dilemma on Netflix, sponsored. And in this documentary, tech insiders actually explain how social media is engineered to exploit users' data for profit. So in addition to making you sad, they call it surveillance capitalism. So now I'm cool with normal capitalism. Oh, is that what they put in the ad read? Okay, so I'm just saying that. Okay, okay. I accept normal capitalism. We'll adjust it, where I'm a willing participant in the transaction. Sure, like every time I go to the store to buy food, but when my data is being harvested so tech billionaires can get even richer, that's where I draw the line. And that's why I put a layer of protection around my data with ExpressVPN. Oh, I thought this was about the actual Social Dilemma documentary. It's about ExpressVPN, everybody. Every time you use the internet, big tech companies mine your data by tracking your searches, messages, and video history. But when you run ExpressVPN on your device, it hides your IP address, which websites can use to personally identify you. That makes your activity more difficult to trace and sell to advertisers. You still need to be careful with what you share on social media or with what you read. Am I right, Steve? But ExpressVPN can make your web browsing more anonymous. ExpressVPN also encrypts 100% of your internet data to keep you safe from hackers and prying eyes. It's also how I watch Great British Bake Off earlier than it's posted on Netflix here in America. Many VPNs slow down your internet, but not ExpressVPN. So if you don't like the idea of tech companies exploiting your personal information, then visit expressvpn.com/valleycast right now, and you can get 3 extra months of ExpressVPN for free. That's expressvpn.com/valleycast to protect your data. Go to expressvpn.com/valleycast to learn more. That's expressvpn.com/valleycast to get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. But you might be a little bit stressed out right now because of the conversation we're having and the subject matter it entails. But don't worry, we have a solution for that too, guys. I actually just took some of this earlier today, and it's doing great. It's called sun oil. These days, it seems like people are putting CBD in everything. There's a lot of noise, but there's one company from Vermont that's worth the hype, guys, and they're called Sun Soil. USD organic is what Sun Soil is. It makes CBD oil that is USDA certified organic. CBD is made from hemp plants, so how the hemp is grown really matters. Sun Soil farms their hemp in Vermont, and they never use pesticides, herbicides, or GMOs. Simple ingredients are also really cool. I try to be mindful about what I'm putting in my body sometimes. That's why I love Sun Soil, because it's made from simple ingredients that I can pronounce. Many of their products contain coconut oil and hemp. That's it. I take it, the little pills, multiple times a day, and I've actually found it's the only CBD product that I've had that I've actually it felt the nice, relaxing, chill, calm effects from it. It's very nice. Fair prices too. Sun Soil farms their hemp and makes their CBD oil in-house, so their prices are less than half of the price of other brands. So you get organic CBD at an unbeatable price. I thought that said unbearable price, and that would be different. Transparency. Sun Soil clearly labeled. Yeah,
more like bearable.
Sunsoil clearly labels the amount of CBD that's in each serving. Sunsoil also tests every batch of product at 3 independent labs and publishes the results on their website. So Sunsoil will also, just because you buy from them, they'll donate a percentage of sales via 1% for the planet to environmental and community causes. If you would like to try CBD oil, I highly recommend it. Sunsoil makes CBD oil with simple organic ingredients, and you can get 30% off your first order by going to sunsoil.com/valleycast. That's sunsoil.com/valleycast for 30% off of your first order. Sunsoil.com/valleycast. But yeah, no, I'm doing good with everything. I'm just trying to ignore it a little bit and keep my mind off everything.
Same as me then. You're just trying to ignore
claps,
it.
dude. Claps. That was
Thank you,
great.
That was very, very fun.
That was good.
I really thought the ad was about Social Dilemma, and I was like, this is perfect. And then it was like ExpressVPN. I was like, oh, I should have really should have.
So funny. That's so good. God damn.
Anywho.
Elliot, did you
Can I
watch
say-
that? Oh, go ahead.
No. You're gonna ask about Social Dilemma. Is that
No,
what you're
I was
asking?
gonna ask if you've seen the Stars Axiom documentary.
Axiom, what?
You know the Axiom documentary?
Not Axiom. Nexium.
Nexium.
Nexium. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Have you seen the
if you wanna talk
Stars
about it,
one?
Yeah,
The
I've
Stars
seen the Vow
one, though?
and all the Seduced
The
episodes. that are
Seduced
there.
one. Okay, great. Yeah, because Alana and I just started Seduced, and it's like
Seduced is so
it's
much better.
so much better.
It's like, I want to know what was going on with the Vow because they were trying to cover their own asses, and it felt like theater kids who deserved everything they got because they're stupid. But this one is way more like, okay, no, these are bad guys.
I heard that there's like some political stuff involved with the Vow, like maybe people who have interests in it were involved.
That's what I read too.
Yeah,
And I was just relieved to
Oh.
see that people didn't
And it
gravitate
worked
toward all this people.
because Elliot was like, damn theater kids, what the hell were they doing? Then he watched the other one. He's like, oh shit, these nope, the bad people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and dumb people. Like,
Yes.
I feel bad saying that because they are victims, but when you hear him talk, you're like, you get,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it just shows how. Did you what you've only watched the
I
first?
watched the
episode,
first episode of Seduced. Yeah, they just seem like they're very vulnerable and susceptible to manipulation.
and Rich.
And
It's like they
rich,
were
yeah.
seduced.
Dude, that quote that fucking cult leader guy said about babies, that baby.
Oh yeah, no, it's,
It blows my fucking mind. I cannot believe
It's
he
like-
said that.
it's like shock. It's like shock
Yeah.
comedy. Like he
Yeah.
just says a thing and like desensitizing people and
Right.
being like, look how edgy I am.
Right.
If you can molest a baby, I can make it so you can molest. Oh, it's
I
crazy.
can make
'cause
it-
I'm just a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so. And they call themselves the dudes call themselves the Society of Protectors. Get out of here, you idiots.
I mean-
that's so stupid. Society of Protectors.
The
you
dead giveaway
idiots.
though is like the nicknames they all have. Like Elliot, I know we call you the commander and Joe is called the chief, but I just think that if you name each other something like that, it's already
I
a
know.
dead giveaway. Like
You bring up a good point, Kingpin. You bring up a good point.
yeah.
It would be. I mean, I was talking to Pete about this because Pete was like, "Man, I could start a cult." I was like,
Yeah.
It was like this. He was like, "It's not." He was like, "You can have 3 to 4 good years of cult before it goes bad."
Before you're
And I
shot
was
by
like,
the
yeah,
FBI.
That's kind of how the timeline goes.
Yeah, before someone raids your compound and you're murdered, you're murdered there. Yeah, but I
You hide
think,
in the closet.
but listen, maybe it's something to do in your golden years. You know, you're already on your way out. Start
Yeah.
a cult, and it seems easy to do.
Man,
Elliot
for those
is in
of
his
you who are
golden
listening-
years.
Oh,
Look at that hair.
yeah,
It's great.
you can-
Look at him. He's in it.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? What was there was another part that he had.
Dude, the
When
kissing.
he was talking.
The-
The kissing on the lips.
the
For those who
kissing.
haven't seen it, this man kisses everyone directly on the lips, like a little
In a
peck
scary
with every
way.
person who's part of the group.
But then he chooses not to with some people. Like there's prettier
Oh,
ones.
no.
There's like prettier
Power peck.
ones.
That's a power peck move.
yeah. Okay, so there's this girl in the Vow who I feel like, Steve, did you pick up on this or did you and Alana pick up on
I
this?
didn't
Like,
watch the
she
Vow.
Seems,
Alana watched the
oh,
Vow.
really?
Yeah.
There's a girl in the Vow, and she may remember who I'm talking about, but she seems almost kind of sad the whole time that, like, the cult leader didn't come after her and try to, like, you know.
She
and
didn't
it's
feel
really,
worthy.
like, between the lines, but she's just like, and then he, you know, he didn't sleep with me, you know, but he's like, okay, you sound sad that this man didn't It's very,
It's
very
ripe
sad.
for a Christopher Guest style take on like a cult with like
my
100%.
God,
with, like,
Steve,
people-
that
the
is
per-
such a good pitch.
Should we do that? Should we write that?
Wow, what a good pitch!
Sketches,
That
yeah,
and
that's
our
great.
that and our leftovers food truck. Holy
Yeah,
shit!
yeah.
Just
The
idea palooza
sweet
here,
bread.
guys.
We can combine it. We can combine it, guys.
Yeah, and we can let's talk about
That's
it.
a yin
then.
yang idea.
Yeah. I think that's great. I'll start working on it. I think there should certainly be a character that's sad they're not being chosen to be like harassed
Yeah.
in some ways.
Yeah.
In-
Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it is. I don't know
Yeah.
what I'm doing wrong.
like yeah.
And you could kind of tell in it. You could be like, oh, she's like really kind of a tryhard. Like he didn't want her because she was a tryhard.
I would like to pitch as our charismatic leader for the show. I'd like to pitch David Dobrik as the head
Fuck
of the
yes. Dude, if we can get him, fuck yeah.
Hey guys, who am I? Oh, I'm Steve. Oh, I got a hand. Oh, look at me.
That's not fair, Elliot. You know that I can't control it. You know I can't control when I turn into a hand.
Elliot's.
It hurts! It's cool, but it hurts!
My whole body reforms into one hand.
That's what it would
It's
be.
like
That's the monkey's
it's like the
paw.
transformation in American Werewolf in
Yeah.
London, but like way worse.
Yeah, that's the monkey's paw. Like, I can turn into Hamburger Head, but it hurts really bad. Okay, is it cool? Is it cool? It hurts so bad.
Is it funny though? It's funny,
It's
right?
funny, right?
You guys laughing? You want to eat
that-
me? You want to eat me?
Yeah, I just
That's
want it to
good.
be over with. I just want it all to be over
Yeah,
with.
Joe, how are you feeling about it? About the
Yeah.
election and stuff?
Lots of emotions. Dread has been one I think of just over the year. 2020 makes us feel even worse than what it actually is. But I honestly, I have actually a lot of hope.
I wouldn't say
really-
2019 ended on a stellar note either.
Yep, it's been a year.
Give me one example of something.
It's been
bad that
literally
happened.
a year
It's been a year
of hell, of absolute hell.
I have hope. I really do. I think on the backside of this, on the best days, I'm like, what we're going to walk away is a better future, some hope, and an honestly reinvigorated culture that realized that democracy is very fragile and could break very easily. And I think people will be reinvested in it. That's my hope.
I'd love
Are
that.
you do you feel like you are prepared if it goes south or east?
If
Or-
it goes
north?
the way I don't want it to go,
Yeah.
I tell myself I am, but I don't know.
Like,
I
how do
went
you
through it
even
before,
prepare?
and
Like,
it
I know,
hurt,
like,
and
I've heard, yeah. How do you prepare for that?
Yeah,
You don't-
I don't know that you can.
Yeah.
It's
you
it'd be
don't.
very interesting.
I just feel like
I tell you what. Oh, go ahead.
you know what? It's almost like maybe I'll shoot myself in the foot by saying this, but living through the what was it, 2016?
Yeah, that election.
Living through that night, that evening, that moment, like, I feel like we're prepared. You know, for like, we're prepared for things going south. We're prepared for, you know, like, I think I don't know. Is that crazy to say that I think because we went through that initial election that we at least we're equipped with a bit of, you know, a bit of armor in a way?
Do you feel that way? If you feel that way, that's great.
I just want to feel strengthened by the amount of people in my life and the amount of people that I see on, you know, because as much as you see the people that are like, we're all in hell, you see the people that are like, I'm fighting though, and I'm like doing charity streams, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing, like, you still see people like working. Like, whenever I leave the house, which isn't often, in the valley, I'll see people protesting still, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And
Done by Arclight.
yeah, exactly. And so I
cool.
see those people like whenever I go out. And for all I know, they're there every single day. And it's that I feel empowered and I feel like strengthened by the amount of people that are also like, we're fighting, we're out there, we're doing what we can. Like, and I think that being armed with that a little bit makes me feel slightly protected in a way from like the worst possible case scenario this week. But again, it's like, I'm with Joe. Like I'm utilizing the feeling of hope to kind of like shield myself, as well as seeing the amount of people that are like putting work into it and in my life and around me, you know?
Yeah. Hope has been something that I've kind of cast off for the past like 2 years of this current presidency. Because it just what I was seeing, the reflection that I was seeing of what we currently are as a country right now was not one that I was necessarily enthralled with nor believing in. And hope scared me because I think what 2016 taught us is that anything can happen. So I kind of put it at bay, and I've been keeping it in the recesses of my mind because I don't want to have a hard fall, but. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think that hope is okay and leaning into it, and I think if we try to fight with a little bit of positivity, I think that's more helpful than fighting with just dread. And but like you said, Steve,
I mean,
people are prepared to fight. Go ahead, Elliot.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I wasn't in the camp that assumed Hillary had it in the bag 4 years ago, but I don't feel that way this time. I feel like. The novelty is worn off a little bit. I think people are tired and worn out, regardless of most people's political convictions. I think that there's just a general fatigue, and with that, I think hopefully that will help a little bit. But that's my biggest concern is just one is I talked to Joe a little bit about this, but it's the violence I'm a little worried about. I don't know if that's a realistic fear or if it's just something that everyone's kind of collectively freaking out about and kind of overreacting to. I hope it's an overreaction. And then I worry about I'm just so sick of the conversation. Like, I'm so sick of talking about the guy. Like, I feel like he's a sponge that takes up everybody's topics of conversation. All the
what
time.
a
I was
great
just saying that.
descriptor. That's great.
Really, thanks. Yeah. He needs to go, and it's like, let's find somebody else to kind of make fun of and mock and joke about without always having every day it's something. So,
dude, I was just talking.
Hopefully, that's something.
Yeah, I was just talking to friends the other day about how like I just don't want to like I don't want to say his name anymore. Like I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to say his name anymore. Like there's some people that call him 45th, right? Like right. And it's like, I think that's that. I think I'm done saying that man's name. I'm going to call him 45th, and that's it. Like, I'm done giving him energy. You know, I'm done giving him my time and I'm just so sick of it.
I've found myself, this is so weird, I've found myself not saying his name a fair amount. I don't think I was choosing not to, but what I've done, and I don't think I like this anymore, is I'll refer to him as he.
Yeah.
Like, if he does, and I'm like, I hate that too, because it just means he's so ubiquitous that it's like, the fact that everyone knows what that means is a bummer.
Right.
Like, I don't remember when Obama was in the White House being like, well, if he's going to freak out, like, he's going to lose, I had to say Obama so people knew I was like, yeah, it's very interesting.
Right. Yeah. I just, I don't know. You'd like to think that there's more good and good people and a want for change and a want for the right kind of change that benefits more people than not. But, I think there's always going to be a balance and a battle. And I think we were in the down for a really long time. And I just like to think that we're like going to come up for a bit. And maybe that'll last 4 years. Maybe it'll last 10 years. I don't know. But I think we're going to constantly battle this fucking thing. And we're going to have to handle it with strength and grace and respect and all that.
My hope lies in if this is like a wound that we're all dealing with, there might be like another couple like spurts of blood that fly out of it. But my hope and what I think is going to happen is that on the other side of all of this, we're going to come out healed and stronger in the long run. And we're going to be more invested in democracy, in keeping democracy, and being a little bit more literate about it, keeping it
Yeah.
safe, keeping it. You fucker.
Right.
Well,
I think we're almost
Yeah.
in the clearing. Like, I think we.
It's so funny.
don't watch the video version of
Damn it.
this, folks.
Go watch the video.
Joe, I agree.
And I
with
think
you.
the youth, I think the generation that is below us, I don't know if they're going to come out in droves and necessarily vote or not. Hopefully they do. But I do think they are more of an activist generation that is going to take, because they have to, because of the way the world is right now and where we're going, I think they're going to take more of a control and ownership over all of this as we move forward. And I think that's exciting too.
Who do you think Chris Pratt voted for? So before we move on, I have a would you rather, and I want to kind of end it on a lighter note, like because I think we're getting close to the end here anyway. But is it cool if I throw a would you rather at you guys?
Of course.
I love that.
Of
Okay.
course.
Oh, by the way, just as a side note, by the time this goes up, we may know. We may not. We probably won't, but we may.
I know.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I know
Calm before the storm.
This is like a time
Yeah.
capsule of like the before things happen. We're so used to like being thrown into the deep end this year and the years before for the past 5 years, I would say. It just feels like we're ready as we're ready for anything, and like I'm ready to fight. I think you guys are ready to fight. I haven't stopped fighting. I'm doing the best I can. I'm not much of a frontline fighter, but if you need me there, I will be there. Like if shit goes to absolute shit and we need numbers and people and strength, I will be there. I fight in other ways. I use my platform and my voice to project the things that are based in empathy and rooted in everyone being able to enjoy this world we all live on together as humans. And so I'm just gonna stay in that kind of realm of thinking that like I'm ready to fight. I'm so sick of this. I'm so sick of people being treated like shit and people dying and not being able to enjoy the beauty of this life because there are others that are selfish and don't care about those people. And I'm sick of it. I'm ready to fight for it. I'm done.
I love that we're doing the movie game thing, like also like the next week after
Right.
the election. Like I do think it's a nice. I'm glad it's that and not it's something that people could actually have fun with and celebrate and take the mind off of a lot of this stuff, which I think might be necessary.
Yeah.
It's very
Yeah.
good timing for that stuff. Anyway, what's the would you rather, Steve?
I can't remember which war was going on, but there was some war going on when the Marx Brothers were like doing their like amazing films on stage. Like before they were films, they were performing them on stage in vaudeville, and people would just like come to that because it was like 2 hours out of like a hellscape for them to
Yeah.
just like laugh at these like wacky dudes doing dumb bullshit. And I'm not comparing us to the Marx Brothers by any means, but in that world of comedy, it's so important to provide that service of laughter because it's so powerful. To me, I find laughter, this isn't a new thing. It's such a powerful tool and it's such a powerful weapon. And I think that, I don't know. I don't like to weaponize humor, but more of a shield, I guess. But yeah. Elliot, you have a question?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. One moment. Excuse me.
One moment, please. Actually,
Elliot,
weird
if you
how
bring
cool
it
it
that
looks.
close and go, excuse me, and then you back it up and
excuse
it's
me. Excuse me. Actually, can I have a question real fast?
Yeah, go ahead.
So I was wondering with the.
All right, let's go into this would you rather really quick. Okay. You're in prison. Okay?
Uh-huh.
And you learn that there's going to be an escape. Would you rather snitch to a guard for special privileges and potentially reduced time? See if you can tag along, or see if you can tag along with the escaping prisoners but risk doubling your time if caught, or play dumb and just serve your time?
C.
Play dumb? So you either snitch, escape, or play dumb.
Snitch, escape, or play dumb. I ain't snitching. Depends on how tight I am, man. Am I tight with this crew?
Yeah, that's the
Have
thing.
we bonded?
That's a
Are we
thing.
like Andy Dufresne and Red? Like, are we kicking it together? Do we have like an underground B-rated goods and services operation
Yeah.
going on in the place? Well, then maybe I go along.
It kinda
And how
also-
long? What am I in for?
Doesn't
What
it
am I
also-
in for?
That's the thing, and doesn't it depend on like how much time you have left too? Like if you're in there
Yeah,
for
for sure.
20 years, then then I'd be like, fuck it, I'm gonna try to escape. What
do you do when you're out? Because you can't get a job. You can't. I mean, you don't have a. You can't. Can you open a bank account? I don't know how it works. If someone runs your info, or it's just like it says you're here, you're in prison.
I think you have to.
And then what? You get caught immediately.
You
I'm
are
pretty
on the
sure I'm
run.
dumb enough. I'm too smart. I'm too dumb to not get caught immediately after.
I know.
Like I'll go to the DMV not thinking, and I'll end up serving way more time.
I know. I'd like to think that like there's a world where you could just like leave the country, and then you're like just a loss to them. Like, and you know, because how important would it be to go to another country to find you?
Yeah.
I think you could go to another country somehow, but it's like getting to another country. It's like you need your fucking passport, and it's like you can't just sneak onto
You're
like
gonna-
a fucking ship.
You're gonna
and, like,
learn some things in this new life of yours. You are
Yeah.
gonna swiftly become an educated human being in the realm of how the hell do I do this?
On the other hand,
Also, what asshole is hitting the snitch button?
dude, that's the thing I was gonna say. On the other hand, if you go and you snitch, like,
No.
you know, maybe
No.
you do get out early. Maybe you do get out early. Because
Earlier, they're gonna kick the shit out of
But
you.
let's just
they're
say-
gonna find out,
but-
and you're dead.
But let's just say you're in a place where they you know, it's not like that, and maybe you're surrounded by nothing but like terrible rapists and like real like child murderers and shit, like people that are real despicable. Like you wouldn't even want to try to escape with them because you feel like maybe they'd double cross you while you're trying to escape and throw you to the fucking wolves so they could get out. You know, it's like there's all these like variables, and in a world where you go to someone and go like, I have information that could potentially save a lot of lives and make this place run like this. But if I give you this information, I need to get the fuck out of here. Especially if I got a 20-year sentence or something, and and whatever I didn't do it or something. You know, I don't know.
You got to come up with a lot of qualifications
Too many
to justify
variables, yeah.
snitching against
Yeah.
murderers who will murder you.
Yeah.
Who have a history of murder.
But then you'd be
they
stuck.
won't be angry.
But
But
then you
that's
could be
the
stuck in
morality
there
of it
with
all,
the
right? Like you
murderers.
have to. Yeah, you don't want the murderers to go out and murder some more.
I do more than I want to be murdered.
And also, what about 20 years in prison with these murderers? Like, these are like, that's
It's
dangerous
the friends
too.
you make along the way.
Let me see what the comments say, because maybe there's some smart stuff in here. Oh my god, top comment is, I've been in this situation before. If you're not gonna escape, then keep your mouth shut. Just do your time.
Oh, don't snitch is what he's saying. That's some honor amongst thieves is what that is. That's what that is, Steve.
Yeah.
I find that in life, just keeping your mouth shut is usually a better choice.
Someone says, in my
That was a
country...
comment I read on Reddit that was like, I started minding my own business years ago, and I recommend it to everybody. That's what I wanted to see, Joe. It's so nice.
That's really good. What was that in regards to?
Yeah.
It was in a post that I'm so glad someone made. It's beautiful. Gosh, that movie. I can't believe how nice it is. It was in regards to a post that said, people who care if you see someone wearing a mask in a car, people who care if you see someone wearing a mask in a car, why? Why do you care? And I was like, thank God someone said, because I could give a crap if someone's wearing their mask inside their car by
Yeah.
themselves. And
Do
someone
it.
was like, yeah, years ago I started minding my own business. I was like, that's so good.
Yeah, and you never know. Like, they might be sharing that car, and so wearing a mask in the car eliminates the possibility of spreading them germs to someone else or something. Who cares? Who
you go.
gives a fuck?
Yep. Here it is.
Guys,
Yeah,
a man must survive the murderous intentions of a good guy doll, so he and a curtain ring salesman can get home to Chicago in time for Thanksgiving.
Chuck,
Hang on, sorry guys, I'm getting a call here. Let me figure this out. Sorry, this is really rude. Yes, hello?
Dolls, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Kanye, I can't talk right now.
That's the real bad graphic, man.
I said I can't talk right now. Why are you looking at me like that? He does.
very
Why do you do
judgy.
this to me every time? Why do you do this to me? You just call me and you scare me.
Judgmental eyes.
You're just scaring me.
I love that no matter how famous anybody is, they have shots of them like that on their cell phone. From the downward angle.
All right, we're gonna go, but answer that question. What is Elliot? You're close.
Wait, what is it again? Say it again.
A man must survive the murderous intentions of a good guy doll so he and a curtain ring salesman can get home to Chicago in time for Thanksgiving.
I think I said the same answer on the video that we did. By the way, the actual game will contain all new, not all new, but new as well as the ones we've had in the video prompts.
Joe, that would be Child's Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah, the game's perfect. Woo!
Wait, I said that. I did say that after.
I think you said Chucky.
Then I did say Planes Straight, but I didn't say it loud enough. I'm an idiot. But yeah.
Oh, God, these are
That's
so
great.
good.
Guys,
That's
These
a
are so
good
good.
one.
thank you for listening to
All right.
this. Thank you for using your time to listen to us three knuckleheads talk about things we know very little about, but we have fun doing it, and we love that you're here for it, and we appreciate your support, whether it's monetary or not. The fact that you're even here is really cool. We love you guys. We respect you guys. We appreciate you guys. And we hope that you stick around into the future of this thing and see how we do with this damn card game we're launching. It's very exciting. It's very scary. It's a new thing for us. You know, if it works, holy shit. If it doesn't, we'll do another thing.
If it doesn't,
On to the next thing.
I got
Yep.
prototypes, and it still feels real. So
If it doesn't, Hayden and Jackson are going to have a pretty weird Christmas. So it all works out.
gonna eat.
Hayden and Jackson
Yeah.
are getting the movie game for Christmas.
Yeah, 4 each.
And so will everybody we know. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Please consider becoming a patron of the Valley Folk at patreon.com/the Valley Folk. And if you're not subscribed to our channel, if you stumbled upon us via someone sharing this to you or with you, shared to you, you go to youtube.com/the Valley Folk and subscribe. Would be really cool. And also, we're really kicking up our Twitch game, and we've been playing Among Us and Fall Guys and Fortnite, and we're really gearing into a new thing.
Karaoke.
Karaoke. It's been really, really fun. If you guys want to be a part of that, a lot of special things there. You can go to twitch.tv/the Valley Folk and join us there sometimes. And that's all I got to say. Anybody else?
Hell yeah, you got it.
No, that's great. That was well said, Steve.
Thank you, my friend.
Everybody's keep it safe, keep it healthy, vote. If this is coming out Wednesday to the public, but for our patrons, it's coming out now. Go vote. Make sure you get that voice heard, and yeah, keep leaning on the better angels, not just for society, but for yourself too, and you know, try to keep that positivity at the forefront, and yeah, do good by each other.
Goodbye.